Welcome to the Seven Crosses series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we're picking up the series on the 12th of February 1969. You can see the snow's still on the ground. As usual, a big thank you for your comments and feedback. You guys give me so much to think about. Now, one comment I did get was about this store here, the fact that it's a little bit too small now for the amount of building in this area, and that is correct, but I've made a bit of a mistake here because my original plan was to replace one of these stores with an upgraded store later on, but I think at the moment there's not much I can do about it. We're kind of stuck with the with this at the moment. In fact, probably what I'm kind of moving towards now is possibly if we could get some space up round here somewhere, is possibly putting another small store maybe out here somewhere on this corner if I need it, rather than knocking these down. So we're kind of a bit stuck with these until such time as I could possibly redevelop this area. I mean, we've got the pool hall, we could take that down. We've got a kindergarten here, so what I could do is replace the kindergarten with another one out here, which will then allow me to knock this down, and then we could probably put a store in here which can sell both meat, food, clothes and everything else in one building. That might be the possible option. Now, another comment was one of my usual favourites, and that is steel. I agree that I'm kind of pushing things a little bit too hard, but what I really would like to do is get this power station up and running, because that will save us quite a lot of money. If I show you here, not exports, imports. You can see good last month. You can see if I can start generating my own power, that's going to save me 23,000 rubles a month, so what I'm thinking is that if I can get the power station built, and then if we start making some money, I'm going to start importing some steel to get this second steel plant going. And I think if we can get the second steel plant going, life might get a little bit better from that perspective. So I'm just going to have to live with the problem with the steel at the moment. Somebody did mention about my food factory here and the need to supply crops. I think in the long term, this food factory is going to be just supplying this town and Colville. We're using the crops coming in from this farm. And of course, once we've got the oil, we won't need this biofuel plant, which should make quite a big difference. And at the moment, you can see I'm kind of just struggling to keep the status quo going at the moment. But this is coming along quite nicely. It just needs another 18 tons of steel, and then that would be finished. And then the other comment I got was related to the cement works, and someone said that when I finish this, I can reduce the workforce and just produce enough cement for the two areas. And I think my overall final strategy is going to be is that this cement plant is going to be providing cement to the local area here, and then I'm keep flashing across the map. And then once we get out here, we'll build a full-size cement plant with a rail connection, and what we'll do then is use that to ship the cement out across the map as we expand out further. I think that's going to be the way forward. Now, something else I want to show you, if we come up into over here, is I actually had a fire out here, and you can see here there's a port which I could rebuild, but the only way I could rebuild it is by actually auto purchasing, but it was only cosmetic anyway. And I have to admit, that's the first time I've had a fire where it's actually been out on a remote area. I don't know whether churches are immune, but we may get churches burning down sometime. So that's a hazard that you may get when you're planning custom maps. That out the way, what we're going to do, let's just get back into here. Of course, we're still in winter, so things are a little bit of a grind at the moment. I think what I do possibly need to do is get some more. What we built. This is the cement plant. I think we're okay at the moment with respect to the wood. And one problem I have got growing here is when we don't seem to be consuming the meat here. I'm wondering whether I can actually put this to better use. But eventually we're going to put the meat production out here, Foodville out here. Is it Foodville? Can't remember now. What we calling this here? I think we will name this Foodville. What I'm thinking is to put it here. So I drop kind of put it in about here. rename you, and we'll call you Foodville. Oops. This is an area I would like to do a bit of design work on in this part, if possible. So I'll just call this Foodville. And we'll build this area in here. Just turn this off. If I can find the other names in here. Then again, white on white is probably not a best solution. I think what we're going to need to do now is just have a quick skype round and see what my construction officers are working on. You're working on the food factory, the cement plant, small cement silo, and the warehouse. So you're working on everything in this area, so that's good. I want to check. Yeah, we've got plenty of food. The main concern is fuel, but we do get here. I mean, it is kind of workers, and I think we just got a little bit of crops in here, so we should be able to get to July without running out of crops. Famous last words. Over here, see what these guys are doing. Yeah, I mean, they could probably do with some more vehicles to speed the process up a bit. I mean, let's have a look here. What I did do is pull off one of the microbuses that was delivering the workers out to here, because we weren't getting enough workers into here with the microbuses, and I put the microbus in here so that he can actually send out all the jobs. We got that there. I mean, let's see what position these guys are on. Let's have a look at what the jobs are. You need steel. Steel, wasn't that? Surprise. Mechanisms. I'm wondering whether, I mean, it's cranes, isn't it, that needs the mechanisms? And I'm just wondering whether we get another one of these tower cranes and put that in. We got the money for it. Wow, I thought I had the money for it. I thought I had 395. Oh well, that's the way it is. So maybe I can't. We're just gonna have to wait a little bit until the money goes. One thing I do want to show you is I'm getting the messages now that we are now running out of the horses and wagons. So you get here, horse-drawn excavator, and they run out in 1969. Heating problem. Well, that's probably you up here. That's good. Last chance to buy. So you can see the whole series of these are just coming through now. In fact, let's just clear this out now. Just turn that off for the moment. And I suppose at the moment I'm just talking to see how things go. I just want things to catch up with the current situation. We can get up to say about 350, 340,000. I will bring in another. Actually, how much is it going to cost me? I must admit, I am getting a little bit impatient. So I think if we give it another open hole, how much will a big open hole cost me? It's going to cost me 44,000. This one will cost me 47,000. I'm going to go for it. And what I'm going to do, I don't really want a road crane. I think what I would like is a tower crane. I think tower cranes are probably a little bit more effective. What we're going to do is load you onto there. And then we'll send you down to here. We'll just have to be a little bit tight with the money. I think an extra tower crane over here is going to make quite a big difference. So we've got 2 cranes and a tower crane in here, which is actually holding up the other jobs in this building. A little pollution monitor here. This actually needs electro components. Do I have a problem with electro components? I can't remember where the electro components are now. Yeah, you're there. You've got electro components. Does this guy actually pick up electro components? I'm pretty sure he does, but we'll just check. Sources. Yeah, you've got a cupboard hole, haven't you? You must have a cupboard hole in here. Dumper. Oh, looks like we've got a bit of a fail here. Looks like I don't actually have a cupboard hole in here. Oh, that's painful. And we can't really spend the money, so I think we've got covered holes up here. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna steal a covered hole. We got a small capacity covered hole here, so what we're gonna do is steal it from here, send them to there, and then what we can do is replace the covered hole here with a bigger one that can bring in the crops. I just want to check my road crew as well, because I think these guys aren't. You've just got factory connections at the moment, which I assume are all in this area. We've got factory connections over here as well. Okay, you're working on factory connections over here. So let's just see, what roads are you working on? You're working on footpaths, and so we need to get these factory connections finished first, and roads. I would like to get some roadworks built into here as well, if possible. Let me just see if you guys have got. You've got no real spare capacity. Everything is working on. I think what we will do is, just to keep things going, I would like. Oh, it's a small section there, isn't it? Let's just have a look. We've built this section here. I think what we'll do is we'll get into here, and you guys can. The knife edge road crew can pick this up, and we'll also put these on because I think these guys have got a few spare dumpers sat around doing nothing, and then we can just start filling in this section here. Yeah, see, he's got a couple of dumpers doing nothing, and we can actually, what we could do is a bit of a gravel. What we need really is a gravel road, isn't it? I'm kind of tempted to push out this way. What's that there? Bit of a road there that shouldn't be there. Because of course we've got this new-ish construction office out here that needs to be built as well with the wind turbine, but we got this one here. But I don't really want to push any further out that way just at the moment. We just see if we can plan this road system here. Yeah, head free excavator. Thank you, game. I think the game is determined for me not to. Can we get a road? We can get a road coming back that way. If for argument's sake, like that. We come like that. It's a bit lopsided, and we can accept that. Then we can build Foodville in here. I mean, I'm only looking at a population of about 1,000 people, so that we can have the meat production over there. Let's just get back to, is there anything I can do here with respect to? Why are you out of wood? What's going on here? Okay, we've got an issue here. So what is going on here? That's not that one, is it? So, Como small distribution office. Bricks. Wood. So it's this. It says you've got plenty of wood in this open store, and you should be delivering wood to here. I'm wondering whether what's happened is that, yeah, I think what's happening is these guys are being pulled away on brickwork. I think what I'm gonna do is, I think this is too important not to have something dedicated doing this. So what I'm gonna do is buy an open hole. What I want is something relatively cheap. I mean, you can carry 7 tons. Let me just put that there. How much? What's your maximum capacity here? Right, it's gonna hurt very much. So, who's got? You've got absolute full load here. You pick up from there wood. You go to there. Unload. Wait until unloaded. I can't afford them not to be producing meat. Down to 167,000. Well, so much for me important still. We're just gonna have to let the game roll and see how things go. And where's my new tower crane? Where did you go? Where have you been deployed to? All right, you're working on this area here, and this needs steel. Thank you, game. How's the population going? So we're kind of still stuck with 481 over 21s with lots and lots of escapees. You can see here. So we really need this block finished so that we can start putting more and more people to work. Though I think at the moment we've still got lots and lots of unemployed workers because we've got a population that actually doesn't do anything. So again, that's a part of the issue. You probably find most of them got a lot of workers in here, got nothing to do. Here we got groundworks again. Don't like these guys sat around doing nothing when they could be doing something instructive. I think what we will do is get the groundworks done on that as well. I can always suspend it. I think the groundworks is finished here. This just needs the steel. This is built. And what we got here, this is mechanical components. We could get the groundworks done on that as well. We need another 261 tons of steel there. How are we doing over here? So we're just gonna just speed the game up actually. Otherwise we'll be here forever. We need to start consuming all this livestock here. I should have picked up on this a long time ago. Right, we're now producing the meat. What should happen now is that these should be able to get out and pick up and we should start exporting some meat. That will make us some more money. How's our imports going? So it's power, iron, and crops. Why am I importing crops? Okay. I still got a little truck running backwards and forwards importing crops. Well, it'll probably be on here if it is. We just find here related vehicles. That's food. Okay, I've been right through there and I can't find the truck that's causing the problem. So what we're gonna have to do is just try and keep an eye on here and see who's actually doing it. Are we still importing? That's the key factor. Yeah, we're still importing. There you are. There, you're the big offender. What we can do is, you're quite a nice big, you're 8 tons of crops, so you can go in and take that place again. Just zap you. That will fill this back up again. Let me just get back over here and see whether the problem with the electro components. What was it? Yeah, I think we've now got the electro components coming in, which means we can mean, I'd love to build these conveyors, but I don't really want to get too tied up with those just at the moment. But I think we'll just get the knife edge road crew on that. You might as well build that. Well, we see we can't plan this area very well at the moment. Yeah, so we've now got the truck here unloading this, picking up all this lovely. What that should do is start to improve our income now. We're getting there. Eventually it will just catch up. How are we doing it over here? Well, I know it's going to be steel, but yep, steel, and some more steel. So let's just come back to our steel plant. So we're kind of getting a little bit tagged in here. Some's just been picked up. Where are you going to? You're going to Colville Power with. Where are you going? You're going to Colville Power as well. Because I'm not producing large quantities, of course these trucks aren't able to pick up there, and of course this one will come in and he'll pick up precisely nothing, and he wants it for the small cement plant. Is our last chance to buy a horse ambulance. So we're going modern. We no longer can purchase wagons. So let's just have a look round and see how things are going. I mean, this area is coming together quite nicely. And I suppose what I really need to do is think a little bit about what I would like to do here in the case of an order of a build. Because in fact, what we do need is power. Is this assigned? Yeah. This needs a mechanism as well. Kind of starting to think maybe I need another construction office out here. It's the way things are. Right, we need 0.74 tons of steel. This is where your finger gets twitchy and you kind of think, well, I can just come in here and just do an auto purchase, but that's not the way the game's played, to be honest. I mean, if we could get this built, it'd be brilliant. Is there a footpath or anything around here? No. Of course, a lot of the workers that are coming in here are actually acting as the construction crew. I mean, the brick factory is. I mean, there's no point pushing up the work. Well, we suppose we could put a few more workers in the brick factory. I know that technically they're not going to be able to contribute much because they've got no power for bricks. Just wondering, what have you got here? We got some vehicles kind of sat here doing nothing. I'm just wondering, because we're not really doing anything. So you're picking up bricks. Where are you taking them? It says pick up bricks, but we're not actually. That's just to the small storage. I'm just wondering whether if we, say for example, say we do this for a little while because we need the money and we've got dumpers sat there doing nothing. I know it's going to cause a bit of a problem for the customs office, but let's just get all these guys kind of doing a bit of brick exporting just to give me some money. They're all going to charge off. I mean, I have to be a little bit careful because what I might do is what's this? This is the Colville heating store. Water market, where are you? Oh, it's this one, isn't it? That's. What is this one? Not this one. You. Why did I build you? Oh, you're the delivery crew. I think we're going to get rid of him. He's just causing me confusion. I think these are the guys that, and I think we're going to push that up to 90%. So we're really going to start putting some extra pressure on our coal production now. But I think we can afford to do it. I mean, we're not even emptying this at the moment. As long as there's, yeah, when we've got plenty of gravel in here. So, because we're not really consuming the gravel at the moment. Right, these guys, you're down to a footpath and a road. Really would like to, I think I will. Asphalt you, because at the moment we're on the 26th of March and the trucks can go around that way. So I think the road crew can get out and do this. If we can asphalt the road through to here, it means we'll have a fast road here, and then I can kind of spin back and asphalt this road here. Just see if we've got any, because I've now got them building this road. Let me just see how we doing over here. Not even making a dent in this, are we? Just wondering. Now this is just an accumulation, and I could reduce the workforce, but what's the point? We got a lot of livestock here, and I mean we're producing meat here from crops. And how is the meat situation? So we're not. I'm just wondering who is distributing meat to you. What we're going to do is we only got the one refrigeration truck, but if we're going to introduce a little bit of competition here. You're going to pick up there, and oops, if we can find the right, we'll just see if we can find where our refrigeration truck is. Yeah, I mean he's going to pick up a lot more meat than on the chicken farms. He should be able to keep everything going a little bit more faster now. You can just drop in. And what that should do is make everybody a little bit happier. Because see, so he can come up here, and what he should do is pick up there and then drop off here. And this has only got 1 ton, but you should only have a. And what that should do is keep these guys busy. And a last chance to buy our icebox wagon. And I think if we get some money, what I could do is add another one to deliver meat all the way out to here, because I think at the moment we don't have any meat being delivered out to here. No. Of course, we got tons of food and clothes and all that stashed in here. This is going along quite nicely. Let's see what you've got job wise. You're kind of pushing through this fairly well. Okay, it's still monitoring Orville pollution station. That needs a mechanism. Voltage wires. Mechanism. Just wondering whether. What are you building over here? Got nothing in here with cranes. So it's just gonna have to run with it just for the moment. And it's jolly old steel. A little bit more steel coming down here. He needs about 40 tons, which is, he's probably got a minute amount on here. How much are you going to deliver? just delivered about 1 ton. Last chance to buy. This is our oil wagon. But they're all running out now. How much would it cost me to get another cheap ice truck? Let me just see. Refrigeration, 18,000. That's 1.5 tons. That's 3.5 tons. 18,000 isn't bad actually, and that travels at 82 kilometers an hour. That's 80 kilometers an hour. This is 90 and it's 3 tons. It's 28,000. Let me just see. I actually quite like this. Change the colors as well. I think we're going to buy you. Construction op. Which distribution office has got the meeting? It's the this one. Where are you? You're here. Right, what we're going to do is allocate you here. And then, whoops. What we're going to do is add you to here. Okay. You're gonna. It's probably 90%. Yeah, 5 tons. Right, what we got here is a clothes truck and a food truck. Right. Colville Corner Market. I think I'd like to change you to there. I just want to keep this guy running at the moment, but we'll take the corner market off there, and then you can unload here and you can wait until unloaded. I still want to make sure that this stays full. Gee, what is the distribution office doing here? Yeah, at the moment we're just bringing the food and clothes out without a distribution office. And I'm okay with that at the moment because I just want to guarantee a nice solid food supply here. And against anything that goes wrong, okay, we've now, wow. They couldn't move it in quick enough, could they? Okay, let me just get over here. I'll probably pick up about another 50 from over here. Let me just see where our over 21s are. I think we'll pick some from here and we're kind of empty out one of these. Say for argument's sake, if this could be an opportunity. If I knock one of these buildings down, yeah, you've got 100 in. I'm not going to get 100 out of there, am I? What about you guys? Yeah, you have 35. Okay, I've hit upon a scheme. You lot, 1, 2, 5, and then 1, 20, 30. Keep the game on pause. Come back over here. I'd forgotten that I had these. I'm going to demolish you. And then get rid of you. And you. I'm going to have to get rid of the footpath around here. That. Now what we're looking for is a corner store or something like that. I can find it. Storage shop. There we are. We've got a corner market here. I mean, that would be really nice if we could get that in there. Actually builds in that way. So you've got 45. These are effectively two versions of the same one. Maybe we'll go for the V2 version. I'm just gonna kind of snick you on this, square you up a little bit there. Of course, what we're going to need to do is just drop off this connection here. You should get picked up by the road crew, but these guys will need an assist because it's so short. And what that should do is cover this area here. The only possible problem will be up here. Just check. I don't know. You cover into there. You cover over to there. We may have a problem with these communes on the corner here, but they've only got 60. And to be honest, again, if there's a big issue, what we could do is knock one down and put another store just up. Well, maybe we could get a store on this corner actually. Just take another look. Got a small shop here which we could put in there, which is a combination of everything. Well, we could put a couple of just small stores in like this. I mean, we are moving forward. Got that one there. Got a waterfront cafe here. Got a supermarket. Oh, that looks probably a bit more when it doesn't need all the fancy connections, because as long as it's got a reasonable storage capacity, although that's a bit low, we can set a distribution system up here that can provide the full cover for this area. Yeah, I think that solves the problem. And what that should do is it's brought our over 21s down, but of course we've still got lots and lots of unemployed people at the moment. We got more people than we've got industry, but hopefully we can get this put in eventually, because we'll get some industry out here. Last chance to buy or stumper, but it's got to be this power plant though. I'm just so loath to take this any further just at the moment, because I mean, is there anything here we can build doesn't take much? You've got a small cement silo there, that's got nothing. That's new cement concrete plant. How about out here? That's 9.5 tons. This is the cargo station. Right, we need a road here, aren't we? That needs to be built in there. Yeah. We could build this. This doesn't need steel. And we've got wood pitch extraction there. We've got a storage there. Got a wood cutting post here. Well, we could definitely put that wood cutting post on. So that only needs 1.5 tons of steel, so we get that there. And what we're going to need is some form of bus stop here, because we've got a carpenter's workshop here, pitch extraction plant here. So if we put in a bus stop, oops. If we put a bus stop in about here, but there's a, yeah, we can. This is where it's going to tell me that I can't. Yeah, I knew there's a pipeline in here, isn't there? So we're going to have to just remove you. Just, and then if I connect this. Too steep a descent. Okay. That could be a problem, because I would like to put some footpaths in here. We can get a footpath to there, but what I would like to do is get a footpath out to here, and this is where we come down to something that, let me just see, these overpasses can be a little bit of a pain in the neck. Just view there, this is where it's going to tell me that can't connect on this side. Okay, we're gonna have to try and do it this way. Remove you, and then must admit, I've never really had that much luck with the actual footpaths. I've been trying to get over here. It took me a long time. The one I did over here, right up over there, took a very long time to get laid in. Right, we've got a cross. Now the problem now is going to be is I can connect this up here, and we're going to have to kind of take you out like it's too steep an incline. Let's come here, get a bit, try and just wireframe on. See if we can smooth this in a little bit here. So we can get everything. Actually, just take this out. The setup, but pass aren't one of my favourite. We can get you there. We can hook you up there. And what we've got is a bus station here. And what that should do is give us a pedestrian access to the wood cutting post, the pitch extraction, and they can walk back this way to the woodcutter's post. I'm just going to unpause the game. Of course, we're going to need this will get picked up by there. And what we're actually going to need to do is put in a footpath link there, because the construction offices won't work from the bus station. So they'll have to come in this way. We should be able to allocate you to Colville. Has just picked it up. So what was that? Last chance to buy our icebox machine. What are you guys working on now? I would like to. I mean, we've still got 365 over 21s. I'm thinking, are you guys actually doing any work on? I think you're on the working on. You can stick with that. I don't think we're going to put in another building just yet. A new type of vehicle available. Wow. Certainly want to take a look at you, because if that will improve my sewing, that is going to make a big difference. Let me just come in here. Got a cake of a queue building up here. Sewing, what we got here. This is the new one. You're 24. You're 34. So there's no benefit here. Really need is a super fast tractor. Anyway, I realise we're in May, and we've got 8.72 tons left in here. How's the cement plant going? Still waiting on steel. I'm just wondering whether this is too far away to do any levelling, because it's right on the extreme range, isn't it? Though I was able to level out here. Wow, we got 4,000 odd tons of still in our silo here. That's a bit of a fail. I think the problem is the construction up, the distribution office up here isn't really. Where's the big silo? I think we're going to make you load. You same with you. We need to offload some of this stuff, otherwise it's yeah, we can start pushing all this down here big time. We can start trying to consume as much of this as possible. I'm not too worried if this doesn't empty completely, but we do need to get as much down into these two silos as possible. You've got some space. We've got this one here. Okay, let me just, can I add, any of you guys have a little bit of extra space? I'm really looking forward to when the next update comes in so you can see whether the place is fully out. Right, it's just, what I might do is just make these entries permanent if they've got spaces for it. Where start putting crops down to here as well. And I think you can go to 90%. Make sure the other one isn't set to 90% as well. You're 90%. So what we can do is send all the crops down to here. And what that will do is ensure to go out. See. Not exactly too sure what's going on here. It's this option here. Yeah. Curious to see what this guy's actually doing. We're just gonna have a little bit of a follow and see where he's going and what he's doing. Wow, we've got over 400,000 now. Here we are, charging down across our big open fields here. This guy's gonna hang a left or right and come down past our little town here. There's a couple of suicidal pedestrians there as well. He is going to come into here and we've got a bit of a queue, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that should even out over time. Okay, so we're in here now. You're going to come in here. You're going to deliver. That means everything is going. We've got our food factory here. We're actually producing food as well. That was a unintended bonus. Really and truthfully now, the distribution office that's... Which one of you guys who are picking up? Wow, we've got a convention here. Cargo station. We're delivering there. We've got to find the guys who are... Right, we've got to have a bit of a tidy up now. Right, we need to look at this distribution office now, because we don't want him picking up from here, so we'll just remove that. And what we're going to do is rename you. That's it. Como food food crops. Because this is going to take over from here, so we're going to need to make a few adjustments here. But of course this isn't finished yet, so we just kind of... Right, let's just have a quick look at who else is coming in here and who's picking up. If anyone's picking up from here now, we don't want you. We don't want you in there. Como food crops. Yeah, you can unload here. Good. I think just to make this clear, what we're going to need to do is come up here. What is this place called? think, what would we call you? Foodville, wasn't it? So we're just gonna have a look. Just the Foodville crop farm. And we're gonna call you Foodville main silo. I'm going to call you Foodville crop list 1. We call you Foodville crop list 2. We've got crop farm here. What we need to do is rename this. I can always hate these things. Oh, we've got a building that's on fire. Okay, we're good. We're good. Not a problem. And we're going to call you Foodville collect 1. We'll call you. We just had 2 fires. This one. We'll call you Foodville collect farm collect 2. So what we should be able to do now is dump lots and lots of very nice food down there. We've got a new vehicle, aircraft. Well, in our dreams, We're gonna have to limit this. We've got it going into the wrong place now. I think we've got a little bit of a food surplus now. But we're on the 10th of June and we really need to get this built. I don't think I can really sort this out until this warehouse is finished, but I think this would be a good point to stop. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we will sort this out and decommission this food factory. So then we'll have a full separation between food production and alcohol production. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.